Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays, where we play the games and do
fail
the voices.
miserably.
No, we play the games and do the voices, Pete.
Sorry, I'm just thinking back to our Danganronpa episode where we really didn't do well. But anyway.
No, we did great. Anyway, last time on the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, it seems that Ryunosuke has once again got himself in deep water as he was caught red-handed investigating the room of the recently uncovered Nikolina Pavlova.
Yes. Once again, proving that he is not actually the descendant's not the right word. Ascendant of Phoenix Wright.
Ancestor.
He's not. Yeah, of
Ancestor.
course. Yes, he's not the ancestor of Phoenix Wright as so much as that he's the ancestor of Maya Fey.
Yes,
actually.
It seems that way. Keeps getting caught. Yes, they took their opportunity to investigate the room a little further, trying to find out what exactly Nikolina's pet is when they were caught red-handed, and it seems he's going to end up in the ship's jail.
The brig.
The brig. He's on the brig. Before we jump right into it, we'll get the introductions out of the way. I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
I'm Taylor.
Just a little thing before we start. If you do like what we do, like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can be notified of when we put up the next videos, which is usually Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah. And so with that, let's.
If you like having three people to point and laugh at when we miss obvious clues, please subscribe and ring the bell so you can see our future content.
Please consider.
And feel free to drop in comments.
Yes.
But yes.
Isn't there anyone who can help me out of this mess?
Aha! Yes, my dear boy. It is I.
Herlock Sholmes!
Nameless character. It just seemed like when he goes, "Isn't there anyone to help me out of this mess?" It just felt like an opportune moment for someone to go, "Ah, yes, it is me." But
Doesn't look
No,
like...
I'm remembering that Harry Partridge thing. It's like, isn't there anyone who can help us? Dr. B!
He's pretending to be a coat.
my
God,
thing is-
I love Herlock so freaking much.
the thing is, right, is that like, I have to put it like, I really just need to look at these guys.
Yeah.
Right. Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at how I don't know, and then look over here. Notice what's happening on this side of the screen here. There is something slightly out of place that I can't quite put my finger on, that no one is reacting to.
They're clearly used to his antics, obviously.
I guess they have to be. To be fair, Sarah, I think you've explained it. That's the only way to explain what the hell's going on and why they haven't reacted.
They know of his
Herlock
idiosyncrasies.
is that one like weird friend at every party, and it's just like,
Don't mind him.
you know, we just kind of had to invite him.
Yeah, don't mind him. He's just the
Don't mind
weirdo.
him. Okay.
Mr. Sholmes, what the fish and chips are you doing?
Fish and chips.
What are you doing up there?
What?
Mr. Sholmes?
Okay.
Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no.
Well, why were you hanging from that hook before, then?
Isn't it obvious?
No.
No, it's not.
To properly assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles, naturally.
Okay.
I wish to determine if I would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce.
I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. Who are you shadowboxing with?
Oh, you again. The great detective. Ah, Inspector. I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently.
I have located a crown.
Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time.
What is the report? Speak!
An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes. The case of the curious murder that took place last night, here on this vessel, the steamship Burya, has been solved. By me, naturally.
The tiara wasn't the speckled band, was it?
Could be.
I don't know.
Well, the thing is, just remember that he's an idiot.
True.
He's
What?
like you have.
All right, let's see here. If we're going to go by Herlock's normal nonsense, then he's going to assume that her pet has crawled through the vents and dropped a bowling ball onto Ryunosuke's head, which has then resulted in his death, and so I'm going to...
You mean Kazuma's desk? Head. Desk? Head? Head? Desk? Head desk.
Kazuma's head.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Head desk.
You guys
I think,
are just,
I
you
think
guys
we've
are
all
just,
had a bonk to the head,
You
I
guys
think.
are just saying things and they make no sense. It's like, what are you talking about?
Sarah and I have been bonked with the horny mouth too
Yes,
many
yes,
times.
we have.
just
We're
can't.
It's
losing
now-
brain cells as we speak.
It's now actual full-on brain damage has occurred, of course.
Actually, well, no, just the brain smoothing in general. from the
brain
last
smoothing,
episode.
yes. Really?
Sandpaper.
Yes. I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist.
Are you sure? 'Cause
So-
I'm not so sure myself.
Allow me to illuminate all your minds.
Do you have to?
For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case.
Yeah, we know how this one went last time.
It's
Deadly, deadly, deadly,
No!
deadly, deadly, deadly,
Taylor.
deadly.
No!
If you frickin' dare, pal, I'm gonna hurt you.
Ha! You have solved it. Even Hedgehog understands this. You're too slow.
I suspect it's more. Is he describing Herlock as a hedgehog for the way he was hung on the wall, like curled up? Do you think?
It's a bit weird.
I suppose
No,
it
I
is a bit
think it
weird.
was
It
just. I think that was just a small animal, but just hedgehog is kind of a weird one. So of course I think of Sanic.
I suppose.
Sanic.
Sanic the Sano the Hairheg.
Yeah.
We all knew who was responsible for killing student boy this morning when we found criminal in
It
water.
does amuse me. Criminal with a K.
Yeah.
It is this stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. Well, that's a bit of a spurious correlation, but I didn't do it.
The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim.
Not true, because as we established, the door bolt slides shut whenever the boat comes to a stop.
Taylor, you're getting ahead of yourself. We will prove that in a minute.
Penalty!
Because as every
Oh no, I didn't pick the picture of the banana. Damn it.
because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. That means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin.
Yes. It's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories.
Duh! Locked room, that is point.
The room was locked. Wrong accent. God's sake.
I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin.
You are all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all.
What?
Oh yes, there is another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin, despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. Why, it gapes open-mouthed at you even as we speak.
It does.
I'm surprised. I thought I was gonna have to horny bat you, Taylor, for that, but I'm surprised. I'm impressed.
Don't encourage
I
you.
have to horny bat myself for thinking that.
The bunk yourself on your own head with that.
The ventilator, man. Feels weird that he'd say man. Just
The ventilator man.
The ventilator man!
Yeah,
Oh,
like that.
how-
Not like the ventilator man.
Well, I know.
Ventilator man.
I know.
Not like freaking hero. Duh, it's like the ventilator man.
Well, I do.
My predictions are 30%
I've
accurate.
been playing Hero for a while. Maybe it's rubbing off on me. Oh, yeah, man. The ventilator. No,
The ventilator man, you fool!
the ventilator?
You think this is funny? I cannot even put my... Well, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, your arms
Taylor,
look the size of a friggin' lawnmower.
He wasn't being rude.
No, I'm saying he's buff, Pete. Jesus.
He wasn't being rude.
God.
No, I'm saying he's got big biceps.
Pete,
That doesn't mean
Pete.
much. He's like the size of a fucking tractor.
Pete, take yourself to horny jail. For
Yeah,
once.
Pete, go to horny jail.
For once. We are not being rude. He's a buff man.
Okay.
Oh, see? There you go. That's because your arms are as thick as tree
Well, I'm glad
trunks.
for the clarification. Oh,
Sarah knew what I was saying.
Exactly.
You're the one who has to go to horny.
it's just 'cause
Pete just wasn't listening because
What
he
it is-
presumed we were going to be rude.
what it is I'm just so used to your usual antics.
Don't blame us. You're the one who got horny in the head.
Yeah. I can't do his voice when I'm laughing, right? Because it's quiet and soft, so it's difficult when you're going.
I'm sorry.
You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? It's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator.
Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the world where...
Are you quite all right, Susato?
It's not going well. It's not going well.
No, it's not. Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Yes, precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is this speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin.
Oh,
Observe my goggles. They show me everything.
Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing?
dancing, my dear boy.
I'm getting ready to show you the truth, my boy. Prepare yourself.
Default dancing.
Oh, no. No. Do not bring Fortnite into this. Get out.
Oh,
Get out.
that's what
Yes, he was.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
My estimations have gone down on you, Kate.
There is a distinct there is a distinct element of danger, but fear not. I am ready.
Uh-oh.
What
Well,
I
that's
am-
not true. He doesn't have his back to the wall. How is he going to engage the enemy if he doesn't have his back to the wall?
I mean, the thing about
Fool.
the At Me fighting stance is that obviously he passes it down to future generations, but like this is before then. So what I am about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores.
Oh, my.
Behold!
What the?
I have no idea who said.
Oh, boy. It's a snake. It's a snake.
It's a snake.
It's a snake.
This is very tight scarf. Allow me to introduce you all to the band. The Speckled Band.
Oh.
A snake?
Indubitably. Oh my. Nobody says anything. It's just anime gasp noise.
Mr. Sholmes, just one thing.
Ray, what troubles you?
Oh, that sound!
Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say?
Yes, you're right. I think in this case you will have to call it... the striped band, wouldn't you?
Ah, yes, but have you considered that it could have been wearing the tiara?
Yes.
You both see and observe with distinction. However, you haven't got the fancy goggles, so you can't see what I see. Do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall?
Oh my... oh my goodness, really? It's a trap?
Of course, my dear.
How exactly?
I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought.
I'm going up the rails on a crazy train.
Are you ready, Miss Pavlina? Sorry, Pavlova. Why did I say Pavlina?
Snake from my face before we are getting into explanation.
Are you ready, Miss Pavlova?
Niet.
No? Okay, well, that's fine.
I'm
Fine.
sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me.
There are two conclusions that I have drawn from the facts. Number one. Last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two. That same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life.
No.
She's turned as white as a bowl of rice again, which I suppose, considering her normal skin tone, is a bit impressive that I could even notice a difference, actually. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head, for once.
This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi.
Oh.
It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head.
I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck.
This is the part where it's actually a constrictor and not a venomous snake.
Yeah.
So, everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his
no.
Logic and Reasoning Spectacular!
Oh no.
The game is afoot! No, really. Look, it's afoot! It's dancing time. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. It's like...
His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me.
Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally. It was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected. Another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, that fact leads us. Sorry, I just I just misread that entirely. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night?
Oh, I wasn't expecting it to. No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying, but failing to conceal, can only be the snake's sloughed skin.
Oh?
Or is it sloughed? Slough. I think it's slough.
Sloth. I think it's
it's
sloth.
slough.
But
Whatever. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin. No?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry, I will continue to illuminate. Last night through...
Literally. I have the spotlight moving around the room.
He's got like a... Maybe that's one of the functions of his goggles.
Yeah.
Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band.
This seems horribly far-fetched.
Oh, but it continues. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it sloughs its skin. Sloth. A snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. Not India. 'Tis a terrible place. Apparently. I've never been. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life?
How did you do this? How did you project his face on the wall?
'Tis but a parlor trick, my dear. And why?
This is where it's like Iris has actually been here the entire time, but she's just in the background moving the spotlight.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She's actually like a prolific inventor, and she's invented a rear view projector and all that. According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear that there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime.
Oh no. Could there be?
Oh, yes. Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost but not quite. Imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes, the vestiges of the snakebite delivered by your terrifying friend.
This makes no sense.
I had her fangs removed at an early age. Oh, damn.
Well, I don't think it's poison anyway, because, like, his neck was broken. Unless it's, like, constricted his neck and broke his neck.
There is no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. Pavlova. I can't say a name. I just can't say a name. I don't know why.
Miss Pomegranate.
After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now, your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. Dun dun dun! That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt.
You don't.
Oh, but I do. It's telling me that the victim made note of a low... it is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend.
To train?
Oh yes, I'm not talking about a vessel, my dear. I'm talking about actual training. Indeed, you'd put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a...
Did you hear that whistle?
I did hear a whistle.
Yeah. I think it's just giving an example of, like, the whistle.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, no, that does make sense. Indeed. You'd put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. You'd put... Oh, it's alright. I'm like reading it as if like it's you'd done it, but...
We're doing so well.
Yeah. Indeed. You'd put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period, you'd summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. Such as a loud scream, shock, pure anguish. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you'd release the snake once more. Do you deny this snake has undergone such training?
It's not true.
Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once.
Except the thing is, if it slithered down the bell cord, wouldn't it have rung it? And wouldn't that have been something that Kazuma heard?
Probably.
You think so?
And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt. My logic is infallible.
Death by a venomous snake's bite.
Da, da, da.
Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of the speckled band. Did you like it?
Okay, now time
Did
to
you
pull
like
it
it?
apart.
And everyone's just like flabbergasted. That's just because of me stammering. They couldn't believe that he'd stammer so much. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor, you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is key to training any creature.
Incredible! You've solved the mystery!
Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name.
No one's wanting to question it?
I see now why Herlock Sholmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say,
I could have done it with one left hand.
Oh. Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes?
Oh, you again. But of course. What's on your mind, dearie? Would you like to
Dearie?
Would you like to go dress shopping?
No, thank you.
Do you want to play detective with the big men? That's so adorable.
It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me.
I
Shut up.
welcome.
We finally found something that exonerates me. Stop it!
Why do you want to see me go down, Susato?
He's like elbowing her. She's like,
No,
Naruhodo-san, why are you elbowing me?
Stop talking.
this makes a lot of sense though, because Susato like proper wants him to go down, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
Mr. Sholmes, no, but Ryunosuke did it. He definitely did it.
Shut up, woman!
I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly.
Oh, well, good. First of all,
Yes, go ahead. What's your first question?
snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family.
You are well informed, madame.
And reptiles, don't drink milk.
Well, I knew that. Obviously.
It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see.
Yes, I know. Where did you say you're getting that information from? That looks like a Herlock Sholmes novel. I do know.
So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward.
Unless it was the rare Indian double malting snake, in which case it's actually well established that they drink milk.
Double malting snake.
The Indian twilight snake with its speckled skin. Anyway, no matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. The logic holds.
Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears.
Come again, love.
Come again, love.
You what?
Yes, so I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal a snake by whistling.
Well,
Well, then how do snake charmers do the thing with the flute, then?
that is a good question. I'm not sure.
Surely they can hear.
I don't know.
Put in the comments if you know if snakes can hear or not.
But madam,
Oh, he was literally...
wonder
Okay,
if
he
he's-
just had to advance the
I wonder
text.
if he's gonna say.
what of the tales of Arabia? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance
yeah.
to the sounds of a flute?
I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements.
Oh, that's it. Exposed.
Dun, dun,
You've
dun.
seen it here. You've seen it here first,
Busted,
folks.
myth busted.
That's it.
Disillusion, the Mythbusters.
Disillusion busters. Anyway, I don't know. Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears. These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless.
Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes.
But how are they supposed to do anything?
There is one other thing.
What? You have more?
Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves.
Yes.
So,
So?
I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these cabins.
Well, I don't know if you've ever heard of a video game from the year 20-something called Snake Pass, in which you have to get a snake to climb up stuff by coiling round it, and that is it? In it.
In it.
Then it should try harder.
Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say...
Is you're full of shit.
Is that Ryunosuke did it?
It couldn't be. It couldn't be the snake, so it was obviously Ryunosuke.
Okay. Is that there are a number of reasons why it is difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this? Oh dear! You did, Susato!
She's
You've
broken.
ruined my boy.
Oh, it sounded so impressive only a moment ago.
Ryunosuke, you're going down for this, whether you like it or not.
Got you, sucker.
I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo.
It's dancing time.
Oh, no, you don't
It's
mean.
time to put on you.
Well, if you insist.
And he like shakes his wrists.
Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. In that way, I can frame you for the murder.
So then Sholmes
and you will
can
get put in jail.
So then Sholmes can dance around as the great ace detective and do none of the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that was coming. All right, let's give it a try.
Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, you recovered quick.
Yes.
Yes, right.
So, cast your eyes down to your wrists again.
What?
While you were distracted.
They were really getting their money's worth out of this freaking animation, weren't they? It's like, God damn it, I'm proud of this. It's getting shown as many times as I would like it to.
You've done it again! Again!
Handcuffs are gone.
Where did they go? Fear not. I shall see that they are restored after our work is done.
I really wish you'd leave
But
them
you're
off.
a criminal. You're accused of murder.
No, I'm not!
You're a criminal with a big fat K.
Now you're speaking in my language. Now everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present once again his logic and reasoning spectacular.
Part 2.
Course correction.
Hold it, Mr. Sholmes!
No. I'm right, you're wrong. Ms. Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death is nothing to do with me, this whole thing has nothing to do with me, yet you cannot deceive yourself.
Cannot deceive yourself.
Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain.
She does have a pained expression on her face.
Yes, that's true. She looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind.
But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression, then?
Let's take a moment and really look very closely at Miss Pavlova.
Enhance!
Zoom.
So it looks like a wrist.
Oh, hello.
Oh!
Has she got a cat then? Is it a cat?
It's gotta be a cat.
It's gotta be a cat.
No, I think it's a cat,
Yeah.
because, like, there's the whole, like, the milk.
Well, that would explain the milk.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, I'm looking in her pocket as well.
It's just the newspaper, isn't it,
newspaper,
from
yeah.
when she was
Okay,
disguised.
claw scratch, eat this.
Eat these.
Yes!
Yes! You don't have to smash glass every time.
Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain.
Sholmes is there like, I can't tell if he's taking the mickey out of me or not. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh.
Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch? Sometime last night? Yes, put your hand over top of it. That'll help you
When
feel
I
better.
think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse.
Oh dear. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. You really like that Russian sailor, don't you? Without doubt, your friend is the writhing... Blah, 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 blah.
It seems likely that the scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it?
She was eating a dinner and then her hand slipped and she accidentally scraped the fork over the back of her hand.
Except... snakes don't have claws. No, Ryunosuke, snakes do not have claws. In fact, they don't have any limbs at all. I don't know if you've noticed.
No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow.
He just said that.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm so glad that we have established that snakes don't have hands or feet.
Well, you
then.
never know. They might have little ickle feet hidden in this, that they tuck in at the sides that they just like when they want to walk around.
That sounds like a Pokemon, like a snake that has very tiny
Sort of
feet.
like a little lizard. It's got little legs, lots of little legs, and he just like trundles along the floor.
If that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of
we
hers?
know, but we haven't shown the picture of the banana.
We should follow her gaze, Naruhodo-san.
Well, I mean,
It's like there's been a cat in there the entire time.
Yeah.
Just a little furry asshole hanging out in the background.
oh, mean. Is it the fish?
That's
No, I didn't mean that literally, just as in a cat who is an asshole
right.
and furry.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
That's where we'll find the answer.
And we just continue to smite his lord. Let's see. Oh, there it is.
There's a photograph.
It there. See, her
Look at this
Herlock
photograph.
notices some things, but not other things. Uh-oh.
You were looking over at this famed photographic print, weren't you, Miss
I
Pavlova?
didn't notice the life bar in the
No,
top
I
right
didn't
before.
either.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Uh-oh.
But let's not be distracted by the print itself. Oh no. It is the frame that is your friend, isn't it? Because it is so...
Ryunosuke? Are you for real?
What?
Okay, so that's why the life bar showed up. What precisely was your intention with that, Mr. Naruhodo?
Just following the natural progression of the deduction. Sometimes the truth hurts.
Well, the truth is, you do not have a turn for observation or deduction. Did that hurt?
Yes, a lot.
But there's a picture of her holding a freaking cat!
What?
You didn't zoom in on the cat,
but I
guess.
can't. I can't zoom. There isn't a zoom button.
Oh,
Oh, but you can click. Oh my god.
Oh, that is cheap.
Right, so it didn't say. So at the bottom of the screen, it says the button.
It's very cute. It's very cute.
It is very cute. But at the bottom of the screen, it's got the buttons you can press, and it did not say like press
Yeah.
A to inspect. I just thought I had to press Y to present. So, goddamn game.
Taylor has melted with cuteness.
look at the photographers. This must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away.
She is exceptionally beautiful, isn't she?
Yes, and Miss Pavlova's quite cute as well.
Yes, that's true, but personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye. Maybe we'd better
Can you not tell it's a cat?
maybe we'd
Can you?
take a closer look at this because I'm evidently a moron.
This is literally the picture of the banana. This is literally this is exactly what I clicked on the damn frame. Oh, no!
Little kitten.
Ickle
For God's
kitten.
sake, why do we have to point out the obvious?
It's little jelly beans. I love its little jelly beans.
Yes.
Look at the little cat Miss Pavlova is cuddling here.
Oh, what a cute little kitten. It could vie with you, couldn't it, Miss Naruhodo-san, for the blackest outfit?
A black kitten. And from the look of this picture, at least, Miss Pavlova seems very attached to
I've
it.
got a little black kitten next
Yes!
to me.
Oh dear. Mr. Boy, Bagheera.
He's the boy.
Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us.
Yes! The scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear.
Oh no!
Oh, yes.
The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that it is very cute. Is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you?
Darker. Darker is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind.
Darker would appear to be a Russian blue.
You can, what?
beg
You can tell
pardon?
that from a black and white photograph?
Oh, yes. These goggles aren't for show, you know. And yet,
Didn't they say it was a black kitten?
Yeah.
They just established it was a black
Right,
cat.
Russian blue.
Which is not a
Russian
Russian
blue. Is
blue.
not black.
don't argue with him. You'll just encourage him. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary.
Where the hell did this snake
Yeah.
come from then?
The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band.
She's tied the scarf around the kitten.
Whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night?
No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this.
No, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back.
Except the thing is, if she hadn't just tried to take it out of her pocket and then hide
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
we never would have seen it.
Yes, that's what you're trying but failing to conceal. The snake's
Cloud skin. Did you see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back.
Idiot. Just
Yeah.
like, there you go. She literally said it.
If she if she just left it in her pocket, no one ever would have known.
I like how they're acknowledging how dumb it is.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Ploys like that are Mr. Sholmes' speciality. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something.
I thought deduction was his speciality. Or maybe making me believe that was a ploy, too.
Anyway, I find it hard to believe that's the skin of a snake.
In which case, just what is Miss Pavlova hiding behind her back? If only we'd advanced the text.
If only we had some way of, I don't know, rotating the camera and looking behind it. What is this?
Is it? It looks like a. Is it a recorder?
As a bell cord?
Is it a whistle?
I don't know.
Oh, is it a cat toy?
Maybe. It's like a little handle and then like a stripy
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
I've just realised I'm going to press A on it rather than Y.
Yeah.
Well, it is speckled and it is a band.
No, you
but
are kidding. But okay.
What is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy. Oh yeah, it's gotta be a cat. She was probably trying to
get the
use it to get the
cat.
cat
I was
back.
going to say, yeah, the cat had gone through into the other room and she's using that, trying to encourage it to
Yeah.
come back through. Okay.
A long piece of... And that looks like a handle at one end.
I think it may be a cat's toy. This sort is oh, okay. This sort is common in the West, apparently.
How is that a toy for cats?
Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of play. You need only wave it in front of them and they pounce to catch it.
That sounds positively adorable.
Cat's toy. Yeah, so okay, I'm glad I didn't just press Y on it.
Yes.
Yes! 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 Here he is.
Yes! The thing you are trying but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy.
Precisely! And the true nature of the now infamous speckled band. And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it.
But why? For what reason?
My dear boy, there can be only one answer to that. After her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return.
Ah.
But you had it for dinner by accident. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime,
The cat smelt the chimkin.
is... Oh, you know what? Actually, that could be.
It smelled.
Is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darker. A truly troublesome feline young Darker is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova.
It was after I gave her food last night.
She decided she was still hungry and fancied the taste of chickens.
That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord.
It's like, thank you for my dinner. Now get stuffed. I've got more.
Just like your actual cat.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. Darker, she is so naughty.
A beloved kitten. Solved.
Where did the snake come from?
Yeah,
Good
I'm like
question.
wondering where that's come from.
Well, this is topic number 2,
Yeah.
which we have yet to solve. Moving on, we have come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of the victim. Allow me to flick my cap for a moment. How did this young man lose his life? And why? Surely not to a kitten.
Cat scratch fever.
Oh, no.
According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear that there were no visible signs of injury. I mean, we've done this before. Why am I doing it again?
I don't know.
In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom.
What Mr. Sholmes says is true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on Kazuma-sama's body.
That's right. But Mr. Sholmes seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Kazuma wasn't poisoned.
Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information he's missing now.
Which one was it? Is it the post-mortem report? There was no...
Yeah.
There was, yeah, there were...
Pardon me, Mr. Sholmes, I'd like to update the autopsy
So
report.
the little thing on the floor, the purple thing, is it half of the cat's bell? Because it's got a bell around its neck, hasn't it?
Oh, it could be. Yeah.
Sorry, I just noticed it there. It's like,
It does
it's
look like
very
a bell.
bell-shaped.
And the colour of it as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so...
Autopsy report.
Sorry.
Hopefully we don't find two halves of a kitten.
No.
somewhere.
Oh no! Why would you say that?
Don't say that.
In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the autopsy report. I mean, post-mortem report.
Motive.
Post-mortem report.
I like how you tried to do a funny and you fell over yourself. You bungled it at the end.
Welcome to my life, pal.
It's like, hey, I'll do a funny. It's like Gumshoe. Hey guys, I got some sense to show you. And then he falls over his own feet and just tumbles.
I
and
broke
tumbles
the
and
evidence, pal.
Tumbles and tumbles.
Are you quite through being mean?
And then as he falls, he lands onto a stretcher, and the nurse wheels him out takes him to the hospital because they knew that he would do something like that
Oh, for
already.
God's sake.
Ah, yes. I knew it was one or the other.
Of course you did.
Fuck's sake.
His neck was...
Indeed. The breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that.
Seaman Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak.
Stroganoff. The jury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken.
Oh, you know what? Is that his pet? Because he has those tan lines.
Oh, Stroganoff's pet.
Yeah, he has those tan lines. Do you think it's because he just has the snake and the snake normally chills out there?
Maybe.
But of course, he can't say anything because the snake is over his face.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's
You
there
might
to
be
catch
onto
rats
something.
because, you know.
Might be onto something there, Taylor.
Now, if we take that as fact, what I was saying, not what Taylor was saying. We can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime.
Oh no! Could there be?
Yes, an examination of the deceased body will...
You.
Kazuma died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something. Or someone.
Kitten attack!
Kitten attack! Cat crime!
Cat crime!
Yes, that's a distinct possibility.
Sorry.
Do you bite? As of yet, no weapon has been found, though.
Cat cry.
Taylor!
Cat crimes.
Welcome to Disillusion Cat Cry.
For God's sake.
Presumably, Daka didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and deal him a fatal blow.
Jeez. Just totally hijacked the end of the episode.
I suppose. It's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident.
By a black cat crossing his path,
no.
That would be pretty shit though, wouldn't it? If like
Yeah.
the boat rocked, you know, obviously it had like one of those disturbances. The boat tips and it just caught him so off guard that he fell at such speed that he hits his head and breaks his neck. Like, god damn.
He's not. See, it's weird because unless somebody else has wrote that, you'd think he would have died instantly from a broken neck.
Yeah, I mean,
But
yeah,
we've got
there is
some
that.
writing on the floor, so either somebody's written it. Yeah, someone's got to have written it with his finger.
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, because if it was if it's like if they've severed the.
If he severed his cervical vertebrae,
He
he'd
won't
be
be able
dead
to.
instantly.
Well, regardless of whether
He'd be
he
paralysed.
I was going to say, yeah, regardless of whether he'd be dead, he'd be paralyzed. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. Yeah. So
yeah,
yeah.
so I presume somebody else has written that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because
Oh, yes. A bad fall could explain it.
Oh, what? Sweet time.
because they're saying the word is wardrobe.
Yes, I think so.
So did they know that
Ryunosuke was in it.
Ryunosuke is in there anyway?
So
and
what
they're
you're
setting
saying
him
is
up?
it's Sasato. No,
No.
because she didn't know. She didn't know he was in the
No.
wardrobe. I know. I'm just being.
So
horrible.
somebody has known about him being the stowaway, and then they've used Kazuma's hand to write the word wardrobe. But yeah, he couldn't have written it himself because he'd be paralysed or
Yeah.
dead in this case. So
Bad fall could indeed explain.
sorry, I'm probably getting ahead of myself. Apologies.
You're looking too hard.
No. It's good to speculate. I'm just wondering
You're
what
looking too hard at the picture of the banana.
Yeah.
I am. The banana is so enticing.
Potassium.
Potassium. It is rather hard to believe of Kazuma-sama, though. He wasn't a clumsy man.
Well, we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened?
Right, oh no. Oh, his cause of death conclusively. Oh no.
Well, that thing, the mark on the floor, which suggests that he scraped his shoe along it.
What, that will prove his cause of death conclusively?
Well, maybe not then.
An examination of the... See, it's a bit weird, because it's like, it says an examination will prove the cause of death.
Well, can you use, like, the zoom thing from before?
Can I... Oh, review scene. Oh, I did... Wait, no. Return to question.
Review scene.
An examination of his deceased body. Huh? Oh no, are we being stupid?
Look at the, I guess, the crime scene photograph, maybe?
Crime scene photograph. Where is the crime scene photograph?
It's that. It's that.
Sorry. I was. You said it when I'd clicked on it.
Is it because he's implied to have written the word? Is that it? That he can't have just.
I don't know. I guess we could try.
Examination of the crime scene photo.
Yeah, I mean, there's a magnifying glass option.
Oh no, we've got it wrong.
That deduction was wanting in every way. Yes, I was.
Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it.
Yeah, I find myself wanting never to have heard it. I'm quite pained by it, in fact. Sorry, I just totally forgot I was supposed to say that.
You forgot you were shown.
Sorry. I'll try again.
Okay.
Did that actually take us... That didn't take any health off,
Yes,
did
it did.
Oh, did it? He died
Yeah.
because of a broken neck. Either he was struck by something or happened by accident. There was something we found in the cabin that puzzled us, if you remember.
A strange mark.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gotta be. It's okay. Yeah,
I was
Alright.
sorry, Taylor.
Sorry, Taylor.
It's because of the statement at the bottom.
okay.
Like, it doesn't seem like conclusive evidence. But okay. Mark on the floor.
Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death
It will.
conclusively.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, this particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish.
Shoe polish?
Indeed. Positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. I'm not going to show you, of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish.
Yum.
And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asoki's laced leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. But did he trip? We'll have to find out next episode
save it?
because we
Oh.
are
Okay.
out of time for today.
I was kind of worried that we couldn't save it.
No, fortunately we can. We're all good.
That's okay then. So, unfortunately, yes, we do have to leave you mid-deduction correction time. But please join us for the next episode. And
Yeah.
until then, see you later, guys.
And we'll catch you in the next one.
Take care, everybody.